All right. Hello, sports fans. This is Rick. Today I want to talk about color commentators or announcers on some of the baseball programs, the sports I've been watching, and some of the football announcers too. So stay tuned. All right, we're back. The reason I kind of want to do this video is because we as a nation have all of a sudden been very critical about what somebody says. We take it to heart and we feel chided if they say something we don't like. Man, I'm glad I'm not an announcer on TV anymore or radio. An example is Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman was on a broadcast, and he used to be a great quarterback with the Cowboys, and he played in the rough and tumble days where people hit the quarterback all the time and nothing was ever called. When he's doing color commentary, he gets into the game. I think he's really good at it. I enjoy listening to him. Well, one night last week in one of the games, he said, "I wish they would take the dresses off of the quarterbacks." And my God, he had to go apologize for that statement. Now, how ridiculous is that? Really, think about that. As you're an announcer, you're saying, look, these guys have to be able to take a hit. Yeah, there's protecting the quarterback. But when that becomes you can't even touch or tackle a quarterback, that's going a little bit too far. And I agree with Troy Aikman. I'm telling you, these quarterbacks, you can't even touch them. Yes, I know if they're running and they're okay, you blindside them and throw them to the ground and fall on top of them. That's not good. But give me a break. What are you supposed to do when you tackle a quarterback and you're going with full speed? Are you supposed to stop in midair and go, "Oh, I can't fall on you"? No. So let's get really into this roughing the passer crap. I just don't agree with it. They're professionals. Now they're getting it to where they know that they'll get a roughing the passer if they just stand in the pocket and take a hit. Well, that's ridiculous. And get back to playing football. Same with pass interference calls. My gosh, you can't even get close to a receiver. And it's pass interference. Another thing, how many kickoffs have you ever seen when there wasn't a flag thrown? Not very many. Seems to me that every time they kick off, there's going to be a flag somewhere. Now let's go to Chris Collinsworth. People get so upset at Chris Collinsworth because he says things that can upset people. Oh my gosh. Too bad. Come on, snowflakes. Let's get over it. The guy is telling you how football should be played, how he played football, and you guys are going weird because he makes a comment that you don't like. Well, here's the simple thing. You don't like something, turn it off. Don't just complain about it and try to get somebody fired because you don't agree with what they say. I also had a lot of people commenting on Matt Millen during the Nebraska-Purdue game. Oh, he's in love with that Purdue quarterback. Oh my gosh, why don't you date him? Well, excuse me, Matt Millen was just impressed because the Purdue quarterback was having a great game. I watched the game. I'm a Nebraska fan. I hated that the quarterback was having a great game, but he was putting that pass right where it needed to be. There was Nebraska defenders all over those guys sometimes, and the ball still went where only the Purdue guy could catch it. So, too bad he's saying that the Purdue guy was having a great game, and he was just bringing it out saying, man, this guy is really good today. And it was the truth. He was really good that day. So I'm just saying, give these announcers a break. They're trying to call games, make you enjoy it. Sometimes it's really tough because the game is crap that you're watching. But you guys are being so ticky-tacky over an announcer announcing a game just because your team isn't winning, or he's not saying good things about your crappy team. And that's sometimes the case. When Nebraska is playing really bad, I don't get mad at the announcers because they're saying, wow, Nebraska looks really bad. They can't stop anything. Well, they're telling the truth. They can't. And then they turn around and they make great plays. And they said, where's this been? Why didn't they do that earlier? Well, I'm asking the same questions. So why would I get mad at an announcer for asking those type questions? There's another announcer too that I really like, Tony Romo. And I think Tony Romo, if you listen to him, he really knows the game well. He tells you when these plays are going to happen before they happen, and that's one thing I really like about Tony Romo. But I hear negative comments about Tony Romo. Oh, he just thinks he's a smart pants, and he thinks he knows so much. Well, he does. He's a very good color commentator. Oh, he's lost his mojo because he's not saying as many things as he used to. Well, let's see why. Because people complained about what he said? Let's go back to watching sports and enjoying sports, not tearing down everything that an announcer says. Yeah, there's some pretty bad announcers out there. Go watch another game. Or listen to the radio when they're on. And listen to a radio that's broadcasting that game if you don't want to listen to the announcers. But quit complaining about the announcers. Most of it's caused by your team is losing. So anyway, let's get back to having fun watching sports, not just complaining about something that you don't like. All right? Subscribe to my channel. I want to hear your opinions. You write me comments if you agree or disagree. That's what it's all about. Disagreeing and agreeing. Sharing our comments. Sharing our thoughts. So subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll catch you down the line. We'll see you next week. Bye.